Hi everyone, welcome back for this final of the first tournament, the first official tournament of 11 Table Tennis VR. Joining me today is Dan from TableTennisDaily. Hi Dan.
Hey Alex, thanks for having me. And yeah, what a exciting match we've got here, the final.
Yeah, these guys have gone head-to-head a couple of times in finals already. And they jumped straight in. It's always been very close, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen today.
Yeah, I checked their head-to-head. They're very, evenly matched. Both have beaten each other multiple times, so know each other's game inside out.
Yeah, and they have very similar games in a way. So we already know from a Val tournament's final, where they also played, that they can produce very, very nice rallies along points because they're both controlled players, not really all-out attackers.
Of course. So on our side here, we've got ProTTVR, who is known by many as an absolute beast. He plays often. And on the far side, Aiphaton.
Exactly. Aiphaton, mainly known for being a wall. He's just always there, but I think people sometimes forget he has very solid attacks as well. He doesn't always use them, but when he does, like they're not super fast, they're a bit slow and spinny, and he can really mess up people's game.
Yeah.
So let's see what he does today. So Dan, it's very nice to have you back in VR for this event. Do you have any more stuff planned with the game?
Yeah, working on a TTD team knockout episode where we've got the whole TTD team with the VR headsets. So that's going to be an interesting one to make. And Alex, of course, you're helping me with that video, which is awesome. That's how we get these really cool angles. So looking forward to releasing that video.
Yeah, nice. Really looking forward to that as well. I mean, I've always enjoyed your videos before as well. The team videos are very popular. And I think combining that with this game, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. So Aiphaton then with 2 game points here to take a 1-0 lead. Oh, ProTTVR on the back foot. Loses the first game. As you said there, Alex, Aiphaton really consistent and it worked well there in the opening.
Yeah, he just rolled through till the end. He's very confident. I spoke to him before this game as well, and during the day he was at his daughter's 3rd birthday, so I think that will be helping him as well. Just
for sure.
Comes from a really relaxed environment now, generally just a happy place, and then to jump in and play this match, it could be ideal.
I mean, that's what's great about the VR though, right? You can literally, you're in your living room or wherever you are in your house, you're playing table tennis, you've got all sorts going on around you. But when you're in the world, as ProTTVR calls it, the Matrix, you block out everything from the outside and you dive in with the VR headset. It's just so much great fun.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Aifa, for example, now he plays in a way more lower league in real life than he's capable of, because he just moved back to his old club and he wants it a little bit easier. But then in this game, he doesn't have to hold back. He can play full power because he doesn't have to go anywhere or lose any time. So It's very nice to see that.
For sure. Tactically right now, it feels like to me that Aiphaton's, really pressuring into the body of ProTTVR, and ProTTVR is struggling with the forehand at the minute. Usually it's his backhand that wins him so many points.
Yeah, it's true. I've noticed as well, like the deep forehand for ProTTVR a lot of the time is a bit of an issue because he covers the middle quite well, but then the deep forehand sometimes is left a bit open.
Right now, Aiphaton 8-7 lead. There's those backhands we're talking about. ProTTVR's backhand's so strong.
Yeah. Yeah, going to the deep forehand. Yeah, like his feet don't move that much when he goes to deep forehand, so sometimes he just misjudges it.
That's nice.
Nice, good play. Stays close. Ooh.
Oh, serve fault.
He didn't like that. You can see.
No.
That. Oof, good idea though. I really feel like Aifa came with a game plan.
Yeah. His important rally this one. Oh, Just misses.
Very good variation from Aifa. Because that's what usually ProTT does. Like he sends you around the table, but this time it was Aifa.
Yeah. Lovely forehands there from ProTTVR. We're back at deuce. It's 11-all.
Close. Let's see. Well played. They are really putting pressure on the deep forehand.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah,
it just keeps him out of position for his backhand as well. So even if he would go back, it's probably not going to be as strong. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very impressive variation.
2-0 for Aiphaton.
Yeah.
Right now, ProTTVR, the world number 1. Can Aiphaton get the win? He's 2-0 up here. Looking very solid.
All right, ProTT got a point there. I think they were having technical issues and we just jumped back in.
And as you said, Alex, Aiphaton is so consistent, and right now, just out rallying ProTTVR. I feel like ProTTVR is quite frustrated now with his game. He's trying lots of different things, and Aiphaton's very relaxed. You know, just putting the ball on the table with very consistent, not overplaying his shots, not hitting the ball too hard.
No,
it's very good placement.
Exactly. He never really plays hard, but I notice now he's like over the ball, and it's a little bit more forward. And he's like, it's now it's ProTT on the back foot a bit. And
very interesting.
That really seems to be what it's about. To win this match, you have to be the one that's, controlling the point, deciding where the ball's going, and not just reacting. And both of them are really good at it. And actually now, Aiphaton is doing a better job of it. Like you said, playing relaxed, going over the ball, like having a clear view of the table and placing it well.
Yeah.
Oof. And even if he's not controlling, the point's never over because he's very good at bringing the ball back.
Yeah, that's good there from ProTTVR. Got the attack in, good spin. But again there, Aiphaton follows up with the forehand hit. So consistent.
Yeah. Like you said, it's not super hard or anything, but it's well placed, well thought out. A little bit like ProTT, although ProTT can accelerate a bit more when he gets the chance.
Yeah.
Oof, there we go.
Nice shot.
Yeah, perfect placement.
It's interesting. Aiphaton doesn't really go for lots of spin with the forehand. He almost hits through the ball, whereas ProTTVR goes for more top spin on the forehand.
Yeah, I think Aifa is choosing to go for faster placement because I know he can do a slow spinny loop, but he chooses not to use it against ProTT. So I imagine he's really focusing on placement more than trying to win with spin.
Yeah. 3-0 lead then, Aiphaton.
Yeah, one match and half of a second match, playing best of 7 matches.
So Alex, just to correct me, is it first to win? Cause you get to four games, right? Overall.
4 matches overall.
Yeah, 4 matches. Yeah. So Aiphaton now with a 3-match lead. ProTTVR's got.
No. Now he's with a 1-match lead and half the second match, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh right. Oh.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. My bad. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Of course. So it's 1-0 now to Aiphaton. Yes.
It's kind of like normally.
It's different to as you go further in the competition, it increases the games.
Exactly, it increases. It's a little bit like in real life, but more sets. But it kind of in real life they put more sets when they really want to see who the best player is, right? Because the best player comes on top more often the more time they have. And in here, because it goes so fast, people have noticed that playing a full match as a set kind of works. But in the future, we're probably gonna go to the same set system as real life.
Sure. I mean, one thing I find when I play VR, because of course you don't pick up the ball, you get straight back to the table. It actually is very physically demanding, mentally draining as well. Like when I played the tournament, I think where did I get to? Maybe last 64, I think. Oh, I'm not sure, but I did okay. But my last match, I was so physically knackered, but it was great fun. My God, we had some amazing rallies, and yeah, it's so much fun, this game.
Yeah. The focus is the biggest thing, because normally you
Wow,
can gather
yeah.
your thoughts looking for the ball a bit.
Yeah.
But that's not here. So you really have to remember to take your time if you need it. Just like in real life, sometimes you go too fast, but in here it's so easy to just lose a streak of points without thinking about it.
For sure.
Coming back, Aifa is really not giving in anything to ProTT. He's not willing to give up any set.
Just that consistency there, but ProTTVR now has got himself a set point.
Yeah, ProTTVR a bit more in control of this point. But he doesn't make it. You can see him come a little bit more into his game though, and Aifa holding back a little bit more, so he has to watch out for that if he wants to make it. That's a very good point though, very good placement. Yeah. Okay, so it seems he's going to the next step now. Pushing to the forehand and then switching to the backhand, because ProTTVR is getting ready for the deep forehands.
Oh,
nice.
That's a good shot there from Aiphaton. That's not easy in the game to do a smash shot like that over the table.
It's true, but in the semi-finals and now these finals as well, I've noticed that most players actually, they seem super confident playing those high balls.
Yeah, that's good. That's an important shot, that high ball. You can see that Aiphaton there stretching his arm. We're having a quick break, quick drink.
Was this the second set?
Yeah. So.
Yes, it was the second set.
Yeah. All right, so we have Sulik
yeah, because the
well.
first one was 6-4 for Aiphaton, and we got disconnected.
Yeah, this was the first set, 6-4.
Yeah, but now it was second set. It's 12-10 and then 14-12, 2 sets.
Oh my god.
All right, so ProTTVR was a little bit confused because there were technical issues that have been cut out. You also heard Sulik on there. He's been recording almost all of the matches, and he's been streaming a lot as well, so big shout out to him. It's been very important for this tournament and for the fact that we can actually watch it, because there's been more tournaments, but he's been instrumental in making it visible for other players and other people that just want to watch.
No, for sure, and I think many players know that who play this game how incredible the Discord community is. There's so many people helping out the game, helping the developers, Roman and Oscar, and feedback is just incredible, and the updates. This is what I find amazing with the whole community of 11. It's just how passionate everyone is, how active it is. It's just, yeah, it's fantastic to be part of.
Yeah. No, if you really want to read everything on Discord, I mean, that's a full-time job. People just keep commenting, keep giving ideas. Like it just never stops. It's very impressive. Also, shout out to Ian or Enigma for organizing the whole event. He also commented with me on the semis, so make sure to watch those as well if you haven't yet. And Sulik, of course, joined me for the third place final as well, so make sure to check that one out too.
No, for sure, and Ian, he's doing a great job with organising this event. I mean, he's contacting everyone, so if you do get the headset, guys, get yourself a VR headset, download the game 11 and get stuck in. It's so much fun, and yeah, the tournament's really cool. There's qualification stages to get into the tournament if you're under a certain ranking. And it's just a very, very good community.
Yeah. Well, Ian is gonna keep growing it and keep improving it. This tournament right now is 410 players in the same tournament. That's an incredible amount.
Sure.
And everything finished almost in half a month. You know, like we went through the tournament quite fast if you think about it.
Yeah.
Nice point.
Yeah, nice. I feel like ProTTVR's found his range at the minute with his forehand. He might have took a step off the table, taken a bit more time. He's not rushing. I feel like in the first few games, ProTTVR was rushing his shots, but he looks a bit more relaxed now.
Yeah. I think he needs a bit more space as well. I think, like, I noticed Aiphaton took a step back.
Yeah.
I think ProTT might have done that as well. He really needs to get into that counter game because that's his strong suit.
Yeah, for sure. looking a lot more controlled here. Both players.
Yeah.
Aiphaton really back from the table right now.
Amazing point though. But yeah, Aiphaton, he's losing the initiative. It seems like he's still keeping the ball on the table like he's always done. So it's never easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's trying to take control back. Even in those long points, he's becoming less passive. So let's see. That was a good intent. Yeah, he's still going for the placement, but I feel like ProTT has taken a bit more space, so he has more time to move. Yeah, he's reaching all the sides of the table now.
This is where ProTTVR is very good. On that backhand area, he can punch the ball out on the wide angle.
Yeah, he has very short, compact strokes. Like it's very easy for him to switch. Aiphaton forcing him to take a step back is already very amazing because he doesn't need much space to move. No, ProTT is responding very, very well as well because Aifa's placing the ball everywhere and he's always there. But still, very close set. See if ProTT can pull in his first set.
Yeah, two set points here, 10-8.
Oof.
Nice backhand.
Good placement. Yeah, you can see they're both happy to just... Well, actually, right now, ProTT is using shorter serves, but normally he's very happy to go into the counter rallies and just serve back and long to the middle. Ooh, close one. No set is easy for ProTT, that's for sure. Let's see if he can struggle his way through enough to win. And Aifa, yeah, let's see if he can hold out or if he can return to what he was doing before and increase the pressure again.
Yeah, it's an interesting clash of styles this, and yeah, it's going to be about the player that's being more consistent and comfortable and not feeling the pressure. You could really feel ProTTVR when he was making mistakes earlier on. He was rushing at the ball and playing too fast, not in a controlled, aggressive manner. And putting this pressure on Aiphaton now, we might see a few more unforced mistakes. Aiphaton might try a bit too much now. Could be interesting to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, with Aiphaton it's always a question because he has a reserve of more stuff that he can do, and of course there's a little bit more risk involved sometimes. But if he does it and he can do it in a controlled way, it can be very difficult to stop him. Because you have to. Tell me.
Very, very economical. His strokes, his play is very controlled, and it looks like he could just play all day long without being, out of breath. It's not very physically demanding. It looks, compared to, a lot of other players.
Yeah, it's true. Like he's not playing, but it's a little bit like ProTT. ProTT does move a little bit more, but they both have similar styles that way. That they are very relaxed and over the table. They're not trying to create a lot of space to go for their forehands, for example. Like they're both comfortable to play with backhand.
Yeah.
You have to think like right now Aiphaton is basically putting the ball on the table, and he still has a reserve of attacks that he's barely using, or like right now they didn't land, but.
Again, Aiphaton mixing up the serves. 1-2 points outright on his serve there. Good backhand service.
Yeah, good placement. It's not easy to catch ProTT in a bad position, but he's been doing it consistently this match. Very well played. Oh, perfect placement. Jesus. That was very
That's
good.
that down the line shot you're talking about, that switch with the backhand.
Yeah. Yeah, he's able to create a lot of angle in the deep forehand for ProTTVR, and if he's just a little bit ready to play a backhand, that's going to be very hard for him.
Yeah.
Because he can handle it if it's closer to his body. Like he can switch fast, but switch fast and then go deep, that's something that he struggles with, it seems.
Yeah, I feel like for me, if ProTTVR can find the body more of Aiphaton and try and get him to maybe attack a little bit more as well, and
Yeah.
not always that sort of one-dimensional, then we might see more mistakes, but more placement into the body of Aiphaton I think will help, into the crossover point, into the elbow.
Yeah, that's for sure. But then he has to try to do it as soon as possible, because once Aifa moves back a little bit, he's also very good at getting to the crossover point.
Yeah.
He moves his backhand very deep to the middle to cover that point. Good spin.
Nice backhand there. Loads of spins, like one of yours, Alex.
Not from my backhand. It looks like my forehand topspin.
Yeah, your forehand topspin is very spinny, and I think if anyone wants to try and learn more techniques for this game, check out Alex on YouTube. Got some great tutorials on Alex, and definitely helping people.
Yeah, no, I try to add on a little bit on what already exists for table tennis, just like your channel as well. Like people can watch your channel, learn a lot, and then they can check out mine and maybe see some of the differences or what is, you know, more prominent in the VR version of the game, because it's a different set of players mostly that play it.
For sure, yeah. But the tactics and stuff are all quite similar. This is one thing I noticed when I first jumped into this game. I was like, wow, the tactics is so similar to real life table tennis, and just I don't know what it is, the intensity, until you actually play this game and have the headset on, it's quite hard to explain it to someone how incredible it is.
Yeah, I think though, if somebody that plays in real life sees this final, for example, you can see, except for the speed that it goes at, you can see the mental game, everything, like you said, the tactics of where to play. And
so intense.
Yeah, it's very similar.
I would say the VR is more intense than real life table tennis, like in terms of mental.
Yeah.
Maybe even physical as well. I mean, like in table tennis, I've never played a match where I have to stop because I can't breathe. Whereas when I've played VR, I actually have to take a break. I have to sit down for 30 seconds and get a rest, because it's just non-stop action.
That's very true. That's very true. But like, there's always been discussions about, for example, Dmitry Ovcharov's sounds that he makes, and also on the Discord of 11. And I think it's a very important point that people sometimes forget to breathe during points. And when you play this game, it's just point, so you're not breathing at all. So it's something you have to be more aware of.
For sure. So Aiphaton there wins it 11-9.
That brings him 3-0, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, so 3-0 to Aiphaton in overall.
It's very impressive. ProTTVR struggling to get the one set, but then Aiphaton striked back right away, 11-5. 11-9 is still very close. But this is not very usual for ProTT to be pushed back this not, I wouldn't say easily, because it's not easy, but it's consistently.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and in ProTTVR he's working hard out there. You can see he's really giving it his all. He's playing all the shots, but at the moment Aiphaton is just a bit more economical, you know, a bit more controlled, moving the play and just finding that extra ball each time. But I still think ProTTVR's got a lot to give, and we can't write him off just yet.
No, you can never write him off. But yeah, you're right about Aiphaton. Just he seems very much in control. He doesn't seem to be maybe sometimes he's out of place, but he never loses focus, and he's still there to continue the point.
It's very hard to play against these type of players as well. Aiphaton's sort of style can be quite frustrating for an attacker, or you feel like you're just going against a wall that just doesn't miss. And then when you put a weak ball like you just saw there, then he can make the attack as well, which it makes a very good combination. A bit like Samsonov in real world, right? In Vladimir Samsonov,
right?
Controlled, mixes the play so well, but then if you give him a loose ball, he attacks it past you.
Yeah, he's going to be happy to hear that comparison, I'm sure. Yeah, but you would know. You've seen all of them play from very close, and you've played against a lot of those big players as well. So.
No, of course, it's different styles, but it's really interesting to see how the styles are in the virtual reality world as well. It's super interesting.
Yeah. I love playing Aiphaton also because of the way that he is able to bring back even my stronger stop spins. It's just so much fun to keep going.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
this is what ProTTVR is very similar with as well. So you kind of got two styles
Yeah.
clashing, but with ProTTVR trying to be the more aggressive one,
exactly. Yeah,
which
that's
is
his-
interesting.
That's his style for sure. So when you play against Aiphaton, you feel like you have a lot of space, but the point just keeps going. So he's
Yeah.
actually much better at blocking and keeping the ball on the table than ProTTVR is. But ProTTVR it feels kind of similar, but he takes control much faster. So he just
sure.
accelerates a little bit more, so you can't fully topspin with a lot of spin, and then he can stay in control. But he has much more trouble blocking when you get the space. But yeah, he's very good at closing down any opportunities. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, still,
I feel like ProTTVR here has been a bit more calm. He's made a lot less unforced errors, and he's got in the 10-8 lead right now.
yeah, it's true.
There we go.
I think the difficulty for ProTTVR here as well is that he's used to be able to stop.
Okay, I can see both of you.
Okay, so there's a
ProTT,
technical issue.
Aiphaton cannot see you. Aiphaton can see you.
I leave and come back.
Yeah.
All right. So the technical glitch has been edited out.
Do you mute your microphone? Thanks.
So yeah, Aiphaton being very hard for ProTTVR because he doesn't depend on full-out big attacks. So he doesn't have to wait for the opportunity that ProTT is so very good at not giving. So that's why it's always very interesting to see those two playing. And this time it seems Aifa has been able to add just a little bit more on top to keep ProTTVR on the back foot. Let's see if ProTTVR can struggle his way back in.
Sure, big rally this one. Oh,
Nice point, very nice point. So we've seen this in the semis as well. Sometimes Aifa, like I notice when I play him normally, I don't know if he's doing it here, but sometimes he starts giving you a bit more space because he just wants to see good table tennis. And I've seen it happen a couple of times, I think, in this matchup, that he takes a step back and the long rallies start. And it's not the most efficient thing, but it looks very cool.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so he has to watch out that he doesn't do that too much, that he keeps going and keeps putting the pressure on ProTT because, yeah, ProTT will keep on coming. He's not going to give up.
He's going to keep on coming, and right now he's 6-4 up. He's doing well.
Yeah. But Aiphaton is not letting up either. Like, it's right behind him. This being a very dangerous point in the match, because if you relax too much, even if you're ahead by so much, you can really allow the other player to find his rhythm, and then you can be caught out before you know it. That's one match to ProTTVR. 3-1. Still one match to win for Aiphaton to take in the win, but it might not be as easy as it seems.
Yeah, ProTTVR gets a match on the score sheet. Is he going to make the comeback, or is Aiphaton going to close this game out? What do you think, Alex? I think it's important for, if Aiphaton gives ProTTVR any more confidence,
Yeah, I think
could really change around.
I think it's gonna happen this next match. It's either gonna be Aiphaton that gets back into his groove, or he's gonna maybe sink a little bit deeper, and ProTTVR might get more confidence. So I think this next match is very important, more important than the last one.
It's a key match.
Yeah, I think it's a key match. I mean,
This is where the fitness comes in. This is where the concentration comes in. Who wants it more? This is what it comes down to.
yeah, mental focus in this game is just. If you also, because you're at home, sometimes you can choose. Oh, I'm gonna play like an important match right now, and I just ate, or I just came from work, and then you're like, let's just play, and then you notice how much it affects your play. Like you really have.
You've got to prepare for it like a sport. Yeah,
Exactly.
You've got to. Matthew Syed, a table tennis player. I don't know if you've heard of him before, but he wrote the book Bounce. Very good book.
Yeah.
And he said a quote once that table tennis is like running a 100-meter sprint whilst playing chess at the same time. And for me, the VR table tennis is just that. You are you're running, you're sprinting, and at the same time you're having to focus on all these calculations, these tactics, thought processes. Very much like chess, but with the, with your heart beating and pumping.
Yeah. And then in real life, they also have these chess table tennis tournaments. I don't know if you know about them. Right?
I've heard about it. Yeah.
I haven't done that ever. I think it would just drain me too much. But I think you need to be kind of intuitive in both sports to really perform well there. You just see the board and play it, and see the table and just play.
There's actually a lot of table tennis players who are good at chess. I know quite a few in the UK who are very high level chess players.
It's true.
Ooh,
lucky boy.
National level. Just clip the edge there. Again, see unforced errors here from ProTTVR, and just slips the lead. These balls need to be landing on the table, putting the pressure on Aiphaton.
Aiphaton has managed to make ProTTVR the one taking risks. Like, he's the one full out attacking right now, and he's the one, and Aiphaton is the one that can remain in control. So it's actually very impressive that he managed to do that. Because usually it's ProTT also is just a very counter-heavy player, but right now he's trying to force it.
This is what happens when I play, Alex. I end up forcing it too much.
Oh yeah, for me it's basically the same. Either I'm good enough
really
and
hard.
I'm not forcing it and I just make it, or I still try to force it and I miss, or I just stop playing almost altogether and do a version of control that might get me some points in the highlights because of high lobs, but won't get me a lot of points,
Yeah. Anything for the highlights.
Yeah, I guess so. Winning is still fun though too.
Of course. And of course, this event, we've got prize money, $500 up for grabs, overall prize pool, with the winner of this match, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, taking $150 US.
$135.
135, nice.
Runner-up takes 65. Semi-finalists both take $30, but they get better placement for the next tournament, depending on who won. And then top 8 take $20, top 16 take $10, top 32 take $5. So they give prizes quite far down, which is always nice. So
For sure.
Just to show as well, if you make it to the top 32, you're already quite a good player. And then imagine just making it all the way to the finals and playing this well. Yeah.
It's impressive to make the final of this event. I mean, you've got to give it to ProTTVR and Aiphaton to make the final. They've got to go through so many matches. The draw is massive.
Yeah, and you have to meet with your opponents at different times during the day, and always getting your focus back on track. Like we said before, it's not super obvious. And there's players in there like you, for example. You never know. Like
Ringers.
Yeah, exactly, ringers.
There's a lot now. There's a lot of good players who, maybe their ranking doesn't show it right now because they're, maybe new to the game, or they just don't play as many ranked tournaments or matches. But there's a lot of strong players now in the game.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, you have Zoran Primorac still lurking around the point where you get into the game. But if he ever, puts his mind to actually playing, he can just jump up in 2 seconds, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. Frustration here on ProTTVR side as Aiphaton just spreading the place so well with that backhand. 6 set points.
So I also asked Ian, of course. Well, let's just watch this point first. It's very close. There we go. Nice rally, but that's a win for Aiphaton.
Bravo. Thank you very much. Very good. Good games, really good. A lot of fun.
And the winner, a new 11 table tennis champion of the world, Aiphaton! Nice. Very good. And here is our Spartan. We are not used to Spartans losing, but this time that's the face of our Spartan guy. Didn't work out this time, but no. But really good game. Really good game.
One and the only time.
All right. So, just wanted to mention still that Ian wanted to thank all of the players because we had 410 players. It's a very big tournament with a lot of people having to organize their own matches, and everything went very smooth. It's very, very impressive that we were able to pull this off this time. I want to thank Dan as well from Table Tennis Daily for being here with me. And of
Absolute pleasure, Alex. Thanks for having me here. And yeah, as you said, amazing community, and what a great tournament this was.
Yeah. And also we have to, of course, give props to Roman and Oscar, the developers, for, like you said, always keeping this game up to date, making it better, making it improve. I think there's a lot that we're gonna see still. Like, this is not the final version of this game for sure. It's gonna keep improving. All right, so
No, absolutely.
Exactly. So I hope everyone enjoyed that first final for the first official tournament from the game itself. We hope to see you next time. Dan, if you want to say something as well to finish up.
Yeah, I think, keep playing 11 table tennis, keep enjoying it, have fun, meet lots of different people in the lobby, in the multiplayer, and keep trying to improve. And we'll see you on Discord as well for guys on there. And of course, there's another tournament next month, so be sure to enter that, the May 11 tournament. So yeah, be sure to enter it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, all right, that's it. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.